Yeah, the chords are just consonants the way they are. We are triads. Okay. Okay, they're just consonants the way they are. Like means there are no dissonance intervals except the chord 7, which has diminished fifth. Okay, which always tends to goes to 1 because it has to go to 1. Otherwise, the rest of the chords don't really have anywhere they're going. However, they could just move to the next chord, which has one or two notes in common. Okay, so like a neighboring chord, or you can think of that like having an in-law somewhere, or maybe a business partner somewhere, so you easily want to go to that place where you have somebody you know. If any in chord progressions, chord would usually move to the next chord, you know, that they have something in common with. So they may have two notes or one note in common, but sometimes no notes at all. Example, like a chord 4 going to 5. There's really no business, they don't have anything in common, but that also speaks to why chords that are consonants don't have any way they're going to. Anybody can pick them up, especially those that can pick them up easily are those they have something in relation with. Okay, like a chord 1 can go to chord 6. Reason because there are two notes at least in common with chord 6. This note there. Okay, so same way chord 1 can go to a chord 3 because they already have two notes in common. All right. From chord 3, you can have chord 5. They have two notes in common, okay? All right, and so on and so forth. So the chords aren't going anywhere except they have something, you know, in common. And even when they do not, they could just be picked up to go to anywhere. But the smoothest kind of progression, or the most, you know, tuneful progression, is one where the chords move to notes, chords they have something in common with. All right, well, another thing that could make chord to have direction is when you have sevenths to them. So I already made a video on that, on the sevenths. Okay, so this one now is about altering the notes, altering the interval of the chord to alter the middle notes, then it becomes tensed. Okay, tensions needs resolution. So for instance, your traditional minor chords on the scale. So chord 1 is major chord, chord 2, okay, it's a minor chord, chord 3 is also a minor chord, chord 6 are minor chords. Okay, if you turn these chords to become major just by raising the middle note, the third note, so like a chord 6, okay, make it a major, okay, that creates a tension, okay, because of the presence of the chromatic there. Instead of la do mi, you have a la di mi. Okay, that la di mi will prepare for a chord 2. So whenever you turn a minor chord into a major chord, okay, it prepares for, it serves as a dominant, okay, what they call the secondary dominant. So that's what secondary dominants are. It's just a matter of turning minor chords into major chords, because dominants are majors. All right, dominants are majors. So if I have a chord 6 turn to a major, then it becomes a functional chord going to 5, going to 2. Okay, to know where your next chord will go to after you turn a minor into a major, just look at the bass. Okay, 4 steps above the bass is your next chord. So it's like a la, re. Okay, if I do that on T, mi, all right, do, fa, re, so, mi, la. So you have something like a. Okay, why we T number 7 go to 3? Yeah, because when T is a diminished chord, if I turn that to a major, okay, it becomes chromatic, creates a tension, and it rises. The bass will rise a 4th above. T, mi, okay. Then chord 1, do, fa. Now you want to ask, is chord 1 a minor chord? Because you said that if you turn minor chord into major, you get a secondary dominant. Chord 1 isn't a minor chord; it's a major chord, but it can function as dominant when you add the flat 7. You add the flat 7. As a matter of fact, it's only chord 1 that requires you to actually add the flattened 7 compulsorily, because as a compulsory interval to function as a dominant, okay? Because chord 1 is already a major chord. So there's no tension there per se until you have a flat 7 and then it goes to 4, right? But the other chord 6 for instance, is a minor chord, okay? So, but when I have the chromatic in between like D, then it becomes functional 5 of 2, okay? So when you turn any chord to a major, the key you're resolving to is 4 steps above the bass, okay? So that's why I have La, Re, Ti, Mi, okay? So things like that. How about chord 3? Chord 3 is a minor chord also. If we turn that to a major, instead of Mi, So, Ti, we have, then it becomes a secondary dominant 5 of 6. 5 of 6. 5 of 6, okay? Sometimes, like in the other video, that could also go to like chord 4. It can go to chord 4 depending, but most likely, if it's going to function as dominant, secondary dominant, the bass has to rise a 4th. So what is secondary dominant? It's about turning a chord to become major, and you rise a 4th above, and that's the next chord. All right, so that's why you have a Re, So, instead of Re, Fa, La, Re, Mi, La, So, okay, Mi, Si, Ti, okay, Mi, La, okay, and then the primary dominant itself, which is okay. So what happens to this dominant 7 chord 5/7? Yeah, it becomes more tense when you have the Fa, because just chord 5 itself is just a consonant. Yeah, chord 5 is just a consonant, but it gets that tension when it has the minor 7. Okay, so these are what secondary dominants are. Okay, check your typical hymn book, the way the chords are arranged. The slight modulations are as a result of secondary dominance. Okay, so all these chords on the scale, chord 1, 2, 3, all that, they are just chords the way they are, except something happens to them. They become key when you have a 5 before them. All right, so this is chord 1, chord 2, it's a minor chord. We know it's D minor, okay, from the scale of C, but I can't call it D minor on T. I have a 5 to it. Okay, so what takes you to keys are 5. You need 5 to go to keys. All right, so, and the 5 of any key is 4 steps behind it. All right, I say that again. The 5 of any key is 4 steps behind it. So I have 4 steps behind it. Did I say 5? 4 steps. So Re, Do, Ti, La, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's where the 5 will be built. Re, Ti, Mi, Do, Fa, Re, So, Mi, La, okay, that's it, like 5 of 7. 5 of 7. Okay, that's if 7 becomes a major key, but 7s are usually diminished, so hence you won't see modulations to 7. Okay, so you can take that out, but if you follow that pattern, that can become 5 of 7. Okay, and 5 of 1 itself, that's a primary dominance, a home dominance. Okay, so that's the end of that. That's what the secondary dominants are. All right, check, leave your comments. Let's see if that helps you.